final product I'm going to talk about is also a Reposado from the Herradura brand, but it's their twice barreled Reposado. So this is the brand's equivalent of a single barrel program or a store pick program, where, I'll explain in more detail the production behind this, but you can already see the horseshoe on the front is different than the previous bottle I just showed you. And then look at this, is an Emmitt Smith pick. So for anybody that's a Cowboys fan, Brown-Forman had an official partnership with Emmitt Smith. This is a pick he did that I got a chance to pick up a bottle, and it's brand new. I've never opened it. I'm very excited to try it for the first time on camera. So again, the difference in packaging from the regular Reposado to the twice barrel Reposado is very subtle. So the official description from the brand is the double barrel program gives customers the opportunity to select a personal exclusive expression of the best tequila Herradura by the barrel. I'm going to read the label for the bottle I have. So Tequila Double Barrel Reposado, 100% blue agave tequila aged 11 months in lightly charred oak barrels, then matured for an additional month in a virgin toasted oak barrel specially crafted for Emmitt Smith, number 22, the famous football player if you're not familiar. This is barrel number 2812, bottle number 108, and this is selected on 3/16/21. So again, same bottling proof, but you can see a slight manipulation on barrels, and my understanding of that description means that there's also going to be a different batch size at bottling. So again, I have never tried this particular bottle of the double barrel Reposado, so I'm very excited to try it for the first time on camera, and I expect a noticeable difference than the previous product I just tasted. All right, brand new bottle. Ooh, even the screw top lid feels like a little heavier and a little more premium. Oh yeah, I mean, this may not show up on camera, but you can immediately see there's just a slight darker color than you got on the previous Reposado, and I guess that shouldn't be surprising. I don't have official tasting notes, but pretty subtle nose, and I would say it's almost a little different on the nose compared to the previous. So let's give it our first sip. Oh, much, much, much bigger oak flavor on the palate. It's almost like there's still agave flavor there, and you can still tell it's a Reposado, but it's almost like they took that spice and vanilla and just dialed it up just a tad more compared to the previous Reposado. Really nice. So if the other previous product was 50-50 agave and barrel flavors, we're just bumping into that 55-60% barrel territory. But there's still agave flavors on this. I mean, this does not drink like an añejo, but it does noticeably drink differently than the regular Reposado, which I think is really cool. So let's revisit this. It almost like coats the palate in a more defined way. There's definitely more complexity and there's definitely more barrel flavors, but it's very enjoyable. And I would say the alcohol in this is very well integrated, not boozy at all. I would say a slightly longer finish. I mean, and again, that finish is going to be a lot more barrel forward. Again, there's flavors of agave in there, but this is no questions asked a barrel forward Reposado. And again, manipulating those barrels really does kind of dial up some of those barrel flavors. And it's very interesting to see how they're living in this little space between, you have like a Reposado and you have their añejo, and there's very clear aging requirements from one category to the other, or I should say like one style versus the other. And what they're doing is they're saying, we want to live in this Reposado range, but we want to manipulate the flavors in interesting ways and kind of just dial up those barrel flavors. Again, Brown-Forman, very barrel forward company. It's so interesting to see how they're like creating like almost like micro manipulations with their barrel flavors, and it's done in a very skilled and interesting and strategic way. So this is very enjoyable, especially for someone like me that loves reposados. Like this still very much lives in my kind of preferred flavor profile. You're not quite getting into the barrel bombs that you get with añejos, specialty añejos, and extra añejos. And there's still agave flavor here, but those barrel flavors, again, they're just dialed up just a bit. So all these are bottled at the same bottling proof here in the United States, 80 proof, 40% ABV. But there's a remarkable difference between these three products. So in the video I made about the three silvers, El Jimador Silver was for your kind of novice, Herradura Silver was for your more intermediate drinker, and then Herradura Blanco is for your more advanced tequila aficionado. Well, I feel like you could very much fit these three products into that same scale. El Jimador Reposado is for your kind of more entry-level novice tequila drinker. Herradura Reposado is for your more intermediate drinker. The Herradura Double Barrel Reposado is very much for your more advanced tequila aficionado. So 3 different products, 3 different price points. All right, let's talk about pricing. So in my market, the Double Barrel Reposado retails somewhere between $65 and $70. Is this worth $65 to $70? This is where I think it's completely subjective. This product is super fun and super tasty and super drinkable. You have to ask the question, is this product worth $65 to $70? Compared to the regular Reposado, which is $48 to $52, probably not. But if you're a huge fan of the brand, if money is no concern and you just want something interesting and one of your local liquor stores has a Double Barrel Reposado pick from the brand, then definitely give it a try. But if money is perhaps a concern, then just stick with the regular Reposado at $48 to $52 rather than trading up to the Double Barrel Reposado from $65 to $70. I don't think it's worth the difference of $20, but if you're a fan of the brand and money's no object, then definitely give this a try. And I do not think you'll be disappointed, but if perhaps you are looking for, I think if you're looking to optimize your purchase and you want the best bang for your buck super premium Reposado, maybe just stick with the regular Reposado rather than trading up to the Double Barrel pick. If you want something that's new, interesting, or unique, then definitely give this product a try. I think it very much checks those boxes and will drink very enjoyable. And especially if you are, like me, someone that drinks a lot of bourbon but also drinks a lot of tequila and you don't quite want more of a barrel bomb that you get with some of the more aged expressions like añejos, specialty añejos, or extra añejos, then this product may live in that perfect sweet spot for you where it's a little more barrel flavor, but there's still some good agave flavor in there. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing. If you'd like to be notified whenever I have new content on my website or this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my email newsletter. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you do not care about the video component of these reviews and brand educations, please consider subscribing to my podcast. It's just the audio material from these videos, and it's available on Spotify. It's available on Apple Podcasts. It's available anywhere you consume your podcasts. If you'd like to support this channel further, please consider becoming a Patreon member or gift me a cocktail to the link below in the description. Thank you so much again for your support. If you have feedback about this video or about this channel, please leave me a comment or shoot me an email. I really value the feedback I get. I've adapted some of my video styles specifically because of some of the feedback I received. If you have a question, you can always leave me a comment, but you can also shoot me an email if you have a more detailed question. I personally read every single email that I receive, and I do my best to respond to all of them. I will leave my email below in the description. And also, if you are a supplier and you're interested in seeing one of your brands presented on this channel, please shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to have that conversation. Thank you so much again for watching, and as always, please drink responsibly.